And going to my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now, because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Daniels. And he will find his man on the outside. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Jacobs powering his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side, and they take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient, excellent job blocking, finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now 2nd and 9.
Go.
Here's Pollard again. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. You look at this Baltimore defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Here's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw here, Herbert. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jacobs going to try the middle. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action, now it's Daniels. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Throwing now is Daniels. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 7-7, our score after 1. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. Daniels going to throw for it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Jacobs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Daniels. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? More so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Going to run again here with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Here's Daniels. To the left side, into the hands of Adunze. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. They go play action. Daniels sliding out of the pocket. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
You can do one of 2 things after a penalty. You can hang your head, or you can get mad and redouble your efforts. I think we just saw the latter there as they stopped him for no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's the fullback. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Nico Collins, 76 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete. It's Collins. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Fact.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And the tight end goes in motion left. Herbert now. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
Don't touch me.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This defense, 3 interceptions now. And, Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Breaks through the contact. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Let's go now.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Swinging this out for Pollard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rome Odunze, 55 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To the air goes Daniels. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Daniels looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 42 yards. They'll run with Robinson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's still in search of his first rushing touchdown of the year, but not on that play.
I just wonder if he has some frustration starting to build a little bit because he hasn't gotten into the end zone. Has to just stay calm, stay within himself, just let it happen.
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll run it with Jacobs. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Herbert finding Bourne here over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Herbert. Pass complete once again to Bourne. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Herbert throwing again. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by Cameron Kinchin.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Ravens offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Daniels. Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. Now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 22-yard line.
Go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
14 yards. And the Bengals first down. First and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Out right to Bourne. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun. Herbert. This one to Bourne out on the left side. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Drops this underneath for Pollard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. And here's Ryan Wright now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 27-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man is Bourne. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Ravens offense back out there. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, Venmo or PayPal. Pumped up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the lead, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans.